but that is rather easier said than done against this group of Fenerbahce athletes. Didn't quite deliver away from home last week in 3 close sets, but we'll be looking to turn the tables tonight, and the fans have now got into full voice. We are good to go here in Istanbul for leg 2 of this Champions League semi-final. In their traditional stripes, Fenerbahce up at Istanbul, at home here in the Burhan Felek Volleyball Salon in Istanbul. Get the game underway. A second leg of a semi-final that did not go well away from home in Milano. Allianz Vero Volley Milano in their pink and gold took the match to the Turkish team and managed to win it 3-0. So 2 sets is good enough tonight. Even if it's a loss in 5, that's good enough to take Milano through. The only way we're going to a golden set is if Fenerbahce managed to win 3-0 or 3-1, and Milano have got off to an absolute flyer. Turkish then, the playmaker for Fenerbahce, with the set quite close to the tape, and Fedorovtseva, just like last week, shut down. Little tickle off the net, good pass from the Russian out of the back line. Vargas drills it. Absolute scorcher into the corner. Now, she got blocked early and made mistakes early in last week's match and never recovered from that to get beyond 14 points. But if she gets off to a good start tonight, Melissa Vargas in the number 44 shirt for Fenerbahce, Milano will be worried. And we go with an early video challenge from Marco Gaspari, and that's out. That's a really good spot from Gaspari with a bit of help from Alessia Oro defending on that line. So it is an error. First up from Vargas. Oro ready to serve again, but we have a counter challenge. Skipper needs to go and find out about this. It does look like we've got a counter challenge from Stefano Lavarini, and in this circumstance it could be for a net touch. Didn't look too near the block of Egonu. Fedorovtseva watches on. Russian middle blocker, another Russian on court with her is Arina Fedorovtseva, who's already been blocked. Miriam Silla in conversation with her coach Gaspari. Net touch is the request, and yes is the answer. Fenerbahce have their point, but via the tortuous route of a challenge and counter challenge. And after all that, they're on the scoreboard. Fedorovtseva waits to serve. And the Istanbul crowd let the officials and opposition know what they think of that. So 2-1 Milano. Let's get this game underway again. Fedorovtseva, good float serve on Silla. Tricky pass for her. Forced to tip. Vargas out of the back line, drills another one. This is ominous. This is ominous for Milano. If Vargas hits her stride early, it changes everything in this game. It takes pressure off the other players in this Fenerbahce team. We know how destructive she can be. First legit point on the board for Vargas. Egonu, the superstar for Milano, absolutely nails her opening shot. Another player that if she gets into her stride early will not allow Fenerbahce or the fans to have any fun at all tonight. Silla hits Fedorovtseva, out of system pass off the hands, and well reacted by Turkish. Now Helena Kazot thinks that was a reach over. Asking for a challenge, but nobody going for it. Both coaches then, one challenge each, and both coaches winning their challenges. 3 apiece. Serbian setter Bojana Drce with the serve. Overpass is put away simply. Fedorovtseva has her first point of the game. And Marco Gaspari, we'll see a lot of him looking like that tonight. He knows this is a long journey. Has asked his team to treat this game like a final. Has asked them to play it set by set. Don't get too far ahead of themselves. Foley's first attack is defended. She's done it again. Oh, did Vargas catch the block there? Doesn't look like that's the case. No, it was just the net. So Vargas, second hitting error. And Foley, who was so brilliant last week with the serve. Good defence as well from Foley. Bit of pinball before it comes back over. Fenerbahce have to go again. Whoa, what a swing. Oh, that is huge. And Fedorovtseva trying to impose herself early on the game. That was a warm-up hit, and there was 2 blockers and a defender waiting for her. Brilliant from the 20-year-old Russian. 5-4 Fenerbahce, and if you think it's loud here, it'll be pretty loud back in the Oppi Quad in Milano. The fans have turned out in force to watch this game in the stadium on the big screen, and they will be nervous. Now, Recchi thinks touch. Egonu's not so sure. And Gaspari decides against the challenge. 1 kill, 1 error for Egonu. Fenerbahce at last make an early move. I tell you what, Fedorovtseva looks in incredible form here. So she gets roofed on point 1. Her response is 2 huge spikes and an ace. 7-4 start, and after the couple of early points for Milano, it's Fenerbahce on the front foot. This is big serving. Good pass, Silla. Nice put away from Dana Recchi. Hell of a feed from Oro. She's going to be determined, Oro, to make sure the middles are running as early as possible, even if the ball isn't quite on the money. Former Vakif Bank player getting the bird, Paola Egonu, and can't seem to shut that out for the serve. 2 errors, 1 point at the moment. Paola Egonu, and these early phases of a game can sometimes dictate how a player goes in the match. Asli Kalac with the serve. Takes Cazot out of system. The bump from Castillo, but brilliantly put away by the French international. You'll notice a lot of the wing spikers, when it is out of system, they'll pick that zone 5 where the middle blocker tends to defend. They'll try and hit position 5 and pressure the blocker in their 1 backcourt position. Cazot did that well. And then follows with the ace to complete silence. And that's Milano's indicator tonight. Silence is golden. Huge ace. She served well last week. She passed well. She sided out on some very tricky plays, did Cazot. That's why she got MVP. Good pass. Nice defense from Cazot. Castillo just checks her footing before bumping that for Egonu, and Egonu makes the shot. Brilliant start to this match. Not textbook volleyball by any means, but every single swing feels like the whole game's depending on it. And Egonu bangs it off the arms of Melia Dickon. Damage is repaired. Milano back in the set. Super pass. Oh dear. Well, it's X marks the spot for Vargas at the moment. She's repeatedly gone after that cross-court position. And smacked it into one and onto the sidelines now on a couple of occasions. Fenerbahçe's opposite will serve. Oh, net tape intervenes. Hit that hard. She's got up a little tentatively from the floor there as Vargas. I don't think it's a problem, but let's tweak something. Interesting atmosphere for American Dana Rettke to serve in. She tickles the net tape. Melia with a decent pass, and Vargas is the go-to. She chooses to challenge the backcourt middle player. Beats Rettke with ease. And her first line shot of the match. Hits it beautifully. Melia to serve, last week's standing captain. Puts it into place. Silla drags Oro to the 3-metre line. Not quite a peak on the ball for Egonu. Oh, well covered by Silla. It's hittable. Defended by Fenerbahce. And superb once again from Fedorovtseva, who, with the exception of getting blocked on point one, has been perfect since. Well, can't touch that was the DJ's choice, but the block touched it, the defender didn't. That's a distinct difference from last week. And Milano are out of system a lot here. Good dig from Gizem. Oh, it's huge again. She's hitting as if the block isn't there at the moment. Fedorovtseva has recovered her composure and set the radar pretty early. Well, with all the different options that can happen in this match, remember, if Milano were to have won the first 2 sets, we probably would have seen substitutes out onto the floor. Timeout is called by Gaspari. Probably the quickest route to a result tonight is going to be 3-0 Fenerbahce, golden set. Anything else will probably go a little deep.
Se resistiamo in questo momento qua, dopo perdono le sicurezze in battuta. Seconda cosa, noi in battuta appena abbiamo spinto abbiamo tenuto tantissimo e loro sono obbligati. Col centrale dentro, 2 su 2 hanno lavorato verso zona 5. Ok, Ele, Fedorovtseva, con lei, fai un passo a destra, perché già va alta, alta, alta. Comunque cerca di lavorare nello scalino. Fermati qui.
Just asking Alessia Oro to get that peak a little bit higher. Let the attackers get up there and go for the hands. It's a good swing, but just out of court over the back. Didn't catch a piece of Fedorovtseva. That is 3 hitting errors from Paola Egonu, just the 2 kills at the moment. Melia, ace off the arms of Silla. Silla last week was the service target, and she's the service target early in this game. And tactically, it's what Milano coach Marco Gaspari knew was coming. Fenerbahce were always coming out aggressive on the serves. Little better from Silla, but still isolated. Dickon, good touch. Dercia makes the play and gets a great ball into the air for Fedorovtseva, who is going like a steam train right now. 5 kills, 1 ace for the Russian. And what a touch from Melia. Beautiful set from Dercia as well. It's all going to plan. 15-9, Fenerbahce are cruising. And Milano struggling. Out from Egonu. It was never going to be 2 straight sets for Milano. It never felt like that could be the case here in Istanbul, but they may need a set to calm down here, Milano, and just regain their composure. Second timeout used very quickly by Marco Gaspari.
detto prima Mani, situazione negativa, cerchiamo di avvicinare un secondo tocco a rete e giochiamo serene, perché adesso loro gli viene tutto, dalla difesa al colpo, quello che volete, ma noi dobbiamo iniziare a giocare. E quando andiamo in battuta avete 8 secondi, vi isolate e andate a cannella, testa alta e via, una palla alla volta.
Well, in last week's match, we had plenty of phases where the Milano pass didn't work, where Silla didn't get the ball to the net. But the out-of-system hitting was really good. So Milano managed to keep the scoreboard turning over, and Fenerbahce's tough serving didn't do the damage that Coach Lavarini was hoping. Tonight, the damage is being done. Hitters are being taken out of system repeatedly. So Gaspari will let this run a little deeper, probably try and run out with the players on court and into the next set and see if they settle, but then he has options. Karabajema of the USA and the Dutch wing spiker Nika Dardarov can both come into this match. Alessia Oro is replaced. Interesting. Still feeling that injury, I think, from Saturday. As you can see, got quite a lot of K-tape on. She's replaced early by backup setter Vittoria Prandi, who is vastly experienced. Really solid setter, Prandi. And her welcome to the court is a dodgy pass, which she manages to bump nicely for Egonu. Good out-of-system swing on that occasion from the Milano opposite. Nervy moments this for Milano. 6 points down. Solid pass from Fedorovtseva. Vargas hasn't had a swing for a little while, but nails the sideline for fun. And the two scoring machines for Fenerbahce are scoring. Durcha hasn't used the middle yet. She's gone Vargas, Fedorovtseva almost exclusively. Castillo sneaks the pass. Oh, what a hit. What a hit. And the response from Egonu as well is to try and generate some atmosphere with her celebration for Milano. She's up for this. Raffaella Folli to serve. It's a game she had last week. And there we go, finally the middle is released. The ball very tight to the tape, so Durcha's options were restricted. And Asli Kalac arriving really nicely to beat Rekki. Now here's the serve that caused the initial damage. Melia is taken off the court, so change up for a bit of height. Suspect that's Anna Cristina that normally comes out, if not. Yeah, I think it's Anna Cristina. Otherwise, Magdalena Stusiak comes out for blocking duties. Wicked hit, but just got a bit too far ahead of her. Milano breathe a sigh of relief. Now, can Fenerbahce be clinical here? Fedorovtseva is off. That's an interesting call. As the crowd give Egonu the full treatment. Pass is good from Gizem. Anna Cristina nails it. Oh, it was going out. Brazilian hits it hard again. Castillo, the Dominican Republic libero, defends. And we're into our first really extended rally. Oh, huge. And it's a touch on the net from Anna Cristina. Well, last week when she came on, she was tentative. This week, the young Brazilian has come on and hit 3 thunderbolts, all brilliantly defended. And the celebration from Miriam Silla tells you all you need to know. There's a little scrape on the net. There's the dig from Silla. Heavy serve. Tough pass. Just about kept in play. Nice work from Prandi at the net. But it matters not because Vargas is on it again. much needed kill here for Fenerbahce, and that's what your opposite is supposed to be doing, out of system work. 2014 dream start for the home side. Asli at the line. 5 kills for Vargas and counting now. 5 and an ace for Fedorovtseva. And that's the player that has to get into it for Milano. She can't keep making mistakes when the pass is this sketchy. And Paola Egonu knows it. Instant apology to the rest of her teammates, but can sometimes be a slow starter. This isn't unusual. Don't count Egonu out of things just yet. Fenerbahce looking strong. Good work from Brandy, even took a look as well. So cheeky little over on 2 from the backup setter. That shows a level of confidence. Good pass as well from Silla, which is something that needs to happen. Kazot and Silla need to be a bit more on it with their serve reception. Ace then for Kazot. On her first visit, that's not a bad hit. Heavy swing out of the back from Vargas. Recchi gets to it, too low on the set, and what a wonderful acceleration into the ball. That was really smooth from Anna Cristina. Made a fairly low tempo set that looked unhittable, perfectly hittable. Stasiak, former Milano player in the substitutes area. Watching Vargas serve another one. It's huge. Oh, it's massive. Castillo beaten. Vargas ace. It couldn't look any more ominous for Milano right now, and Marco Gaspari is pondering his options. Fenerbahce have gone super aggressive from the start, and they've torn Milano's receive to pieces. Overpass fielded by Anna Cristina. Fedorovtseva can't put it away. Silla can't put it away either. Fedorovtseva makes up for the miss with the block. Well, I know there's lots of you knowledgeable fans watching Euro Volley TV right now, nodding sagely. It's never easy to play and win in Istanbul. Another lashing serve, out it goes. Ace number 2, Vargas. Fenerbahce have found the clinical finish, and they've demolished Milano in set 1. The Italians are in trouble. The last thing you need is for a home side to be on the front foot, to be playing this confidently with the crowd in full voice. 25-15, Milano now understand the test that is ahead. And on the basis of that first set, 22-minute thrashing handed out by Fenerbahce up at Istanbul, well, on that basis, we are on our way to a golden set here in this semi-final. There's your tail of the tapes. It is not quite as impressive on the blocking as it felt for Fenerbahce. It was actually the serving that did the damage. And when it wasn't an ace, it was forcing Milano out of system and doing to Milano what Milano did to Fenerbahce at home last week, dragging the setter away from the net. Restarting, and Milano hope it is a restart. That was a very rude awakening in set 1, this second leg of the semi-final. Remember, Milano never been to the super final. Two sets tonight will do it. They got absolutely nowhere near that set. And Alessia Oro is back in for Vittoria Prandi. Away we go with set number 2 of this second leg semi-final. Fenerbahce in their strike kit were running a demolition derby in the opener. 7th point for Fedorovtseva. She's been virtually unstoppable in attack apart from her first swing. And then a continuation play a little later. The serving of this Fenerbahce team, the destructive power of Vargas and Fedorovtseva have caused Milano some serious problems. Well, Vargas misses early, as she did in set 1. Has repeatedly gone for that cross-court angle, tried to find the line, just the one line shot hit so far. And Milano, well, it can't get worse, so time for them to settle. But Fenerbahce not letting them settle. Streaky pass, but put away nicely. Well, volley was on it. Rafa was watching, but too good from Durce. Bojana Durce will serve. Flat, fast serve. Silla's getting everything. She's getting the entire traffic at the moment. Oh, she's trying so hard to get herself into the game. She's made some good defensive touches, Miriam Silla. But the Italian international has not been up to it on the serve receive at the moment. Huge amount of pressure. Vargas returns to scoring ways. Normal service has been resumed, as they say. Deep serve, once again, out of system. Oro can't get her hands on the ball. That's a very good swing from Paola Egonu. Had no right to make that kill, but made it. And after an error-strewn first set, where she made no less than 5 hitting errors, starts set 2 with a tidy kill. Volley to serve. You can see Milano are definitely distracted here. They've definitely been knocked off their rhythm in the early phase of this match. Now just watch the power in this serve, and it's such a fluid arm swing as well. Holy moly, what a hit. And that's superbly sided out. Milano doing very well there. Silla under pressure, wide set to Cazot, and Cazot finds the floor. Finds it well past Gizem, actually, who's been brilliant in this fixture throughout. Hits it hard. Overpass, Recchi taps it to the floor. Good serve from Egonu. Milano fighting hard here to impose themselves on set 2, and as Marco Gaspari said, you have to treat the whole game set by set, point by point. Can't get ahead of yourselves. Melia, good pass. Out of the back line. Fedorovtseva is dug well by Castillo. Vargas gets involved in the defense, takes her out of the attack. Melia has to hit one, and she's hit it well. She'll get barely any sets tonight, Melia Dickon. But that's a nice kill to back up the ace that she's served so far. Middle blocker, Asli at the line. Are they going to vary? Silla's starting to pass a few now. No, it's back to Silla, and again out of system. What a brilliant touch from Fedorovtseva, and beautifully touched at the net by Fedosova. Vargas, though, has to volley at Oro. Clever play. Egonu. Out of system again and into the net. Milano just couldn't make the ball behave. Fedorovtseva getting a real pat on the back from her teammates for that defensive touch mid-rally. And they are bouncing. Subs and crowd here in Istanbul. Better from Silla. And at last, Recchi manages to get another hit. 3 from 3 for Dana Recchi, the tall US middle. The University of Wisconsin player. And the former Malus player, Cazot, with a good swing. Oh, wow. Thrashed onto the floor. And at the moment, Vargas and Fedorovtseva, no respecters at all of this Milano block. Fetisova, Melia, Asli in terms of offence have been pretty much redundant. It's a two-player show at the moment, and that is a big finish to a show tune, going down to your knee like that. It's also a celebration of another ace. 3 aces for Vargas and counting. Scoreboard is spinning round for Fenerbahce. And this whole match is flying away from Milano at the moment. Another big hit, Castillo screaming at Oro to get to the ball. Oro is definitely not moving as well as she would like. And out of the back line, Vargas puts another dent in the Milano defence. She's unstoppable at the moment. Double figures for her in the game. Only got 14 points last week. Well, she's nearly there already. William Sillett is sacrificed. Her pass under pressure, and it's good enough to get the Italian international onto the bench. So Cazot is still out on the floor, and she is joined by Nika Daldarop. Nika Daldarop, one of the Vakif Bank players that came with Paola Egonu at the end of last season from Turkey to Milano. May see her stay out on the floor for a while now, the Dutch international. Good serve from Redke. Vargas out of system. Wow. Well, the block is over-trying at the moment, and when you over-try, you don't get your timing right, you don't get your position right, and it's giving Vargas pretty much a free swing on that angle. She's done nothing but hit cross-court, just one line shot so far from Vargas. The block doesn't seem too keen to adjust. Good hands on the block from Fetisova and Fedorovtseva. That's a great touch from Gizem. Out of system again for Vargas, this time too much. Well, it's been a good run from Vargas, but a mistake with her first swing in this set, and a mistake then just slows things down a little. Oro to serve. Milano players look shell-shocked. They look really under pressure here, as Fenerbahce continue to side out with relative ease. This time it's Fetisova. Virtually no middle hits in this game. Just the one to Fetisova and one to Asli. On the Fenerbahce side, that is. Now, that swing is big in the context of this match. So Daldarop starts confidently with her first offence. Fenerbahce won't be as keen to serve at Nika Daldarop in the number 19 shirt. She's a solid ball control passer, as is Melia. Well played. That's her job on court today. Tick that one off. It's a second option play from Bojana Durce. 12-8. It's looking good for Fenerbahce at the moment. It's looking torrid for Milano. Daldarop's first pass, they have tested her early. Wasn't brilliant, but it was certainly in settable territory for Oro, who manages to put it out wide for Cazot to power tip for her fourth point of the game. There's something in that region. Volley float gives them easy pass, lovely set. That's a really good play. Durce really attacked that ball, very aggressive on the jump set. And it just allowed her to create tempo for Fedorovtseva to work with. Second kill in this set for the Russian. Now back to the big serve. Vargas into the front court. Tickles the net. Daldarop, good pass. Redke read easily. Oh, it's two well-assembled blocks by Fenerbahce, but it's another fine swing from Helena Kozok. Well, you almost know it's Egonu at the line because she's getting the biggest boo, the former Vakif Bank player. There's two players there every time in defence. The block are drifting wide, and Vargas is just continuing to hit as hard as she can into that angle. And Marco Gaspari's just starting to get frustrated with it. Shouldn't think the Milano players are feeling too good about the situation either. Tempo ball, fast tip, beats Dirce on the lob. It'll do from Helena Kozok. She goes back to the line and Nika Daldarop returns to the front court. I think Daldarop's installation into the rotation is probably going to be permanent from here if she keeps playing well enough. I think Miriam Silla may end up spending time on the bench. But it's all down to whether Daldarop can find and keep her form. And remember, in the Champions League, there's no restrictions on international players, on overseas players. So the coaches can go to whatever rotation they want with overseas players on the floor.
But with the service, from now until the end, you have 8 seconds and push.
So Marco Gaspari says the only option is to go hard from the service line. Well, that's what Kozok did and put it out. But also concerned that when the ball is good, and generally speaking, Fenerbahce have passed well tonight. When the ball is good, the attackers are actually going over the top of the block. So Vargas is hitting over the middle on that angle. And he wants a bit more risk taken. First and foremost, Gaspari will want his timeout to serve as a blocker to this next service from Vargas. It doesn't. That is a stunning hit. That's well played by Milano. Fenerbahce, though, get to go again, and another line shot from Vargas. This one's out. Beautifully hit as well. And when you look at it from that side on camera, this looked in, but Castillo leaves well alone. And Milano hanging on in set 2, trying not to let the scoreline drift too badly. Recchi hits Melia. She's running this very flat pass. Oh, and then the block. Fedorovtseva next to Melia. After Fedorovtseva was defended out of the back line. It's Egonu who is roofed by Fedorovtseva. Second block of the game for the Russian. And Melia back to the line. All she's done in this match, Melia, is pass and serve, and she's done it well. Just the one kill. Good serve. Shank pass from Kozok. Out of system again. Oh, how on earth did Egonu get a hand on that? It's out, but it was a good aggressive effort from her. Seven hitting errors, I make that, from Paola Egonu so far in this match. That can't continue if Milano want to win, and Daldarop's been pressured on the serve. Gets it past the block, but defended easily. Oh, goodness me. Well, the two outsides that are doing the damage for Fenerbahce at the moment, Fedorovtseva and Vargas, are hitting without any care or attention. They are just getting up there and lamping this ball. And Milano are nowhere near it.
altrimenti bene anche sul muro. Proviamo a giocarci senza problemi.
A worrying run from Milano's point of view. Fenerbahce playing well again, and they've managed to forge a 6-point lead. Fedorovtseva has not made the impression that Gaspari was hoping. She stabilised the pass a little. Well, they're bubbling, aren't they? The Fenerbahce players are up here. There's Pusic, Teodora Pusic, whose birthday it was last week. And she got the birthday present of a 3-0 win from her team. Oh, good throwdown. Good weight from Raffaella Folli. High jumping middle. One of the toughest evenings of coaching Marco Gaspari is going to face with the way this match has started. The Milano coach has got to find a few magic moves. It's another swing into the angle. Well, the only time Vargas has been stopped is when she's made the mistake. Other than that, she is hit so hard on the diagonal. Nothing the Milano defenders can do to stop her at the moment. Fedorovtseva to serve then. 6-point lead for Fenerbahce. This should be their set, regardless of that error. Silla's coming back in. Not surprised to see that move. I thought Miriam Silla would stay on the bench with the pressure she was under if Dalderop could have made a couple of kills to go with some decent passes, but it just didn't happen. So Miriam Silla is back in, and Marco Gaspari feels that the Italian international is one of the keys to success tonight. Vargas, high reverse set, and for the first time in the match, Milano have stopped her. And that is reminiscent of last week. Raffaella Folli gets her first block of the match. And it's on the superstar Vargas. Overpass, tickled over, well patrolled by Castillo, brilliantly done by Otto. Nice set to Folli, who, just like a triple jumper, has this hitch kick in the air that keeps her there a little bit longer than most. And that's not bad hops off no approach. So block followed by kill for Folli, followed by timeout for Stefano Lavarini, his first timeout of the match. Well, it feels like a first test for Fenerbahce in the match, but look at the scoreboard. They are 3 up, and that's the magic number. Any of the professionals will tell you 3-point lead is gold dust. It allows you to make an error and still maintain your lead. Tricky pass from Fedorovtseva, and Vargas again rips the cover off the ball. 3 blockers on her as well, and she still banged it straight through to the baseline. Yeah, it looks like she went over the top of Cazot and slightly through that seam between Cazot and Folli. Vargas is scoring like a machine right now. Something Egonu isn't doing. She's managed to get the put away there. And once again greeted with silence. Folli out. So it looks like Ajok Malua will come in for serving and defence duties. The young opposite back up to Egonu with the serve. Deep one. Fedorovtseva makes the pass. Vargas is getting set almost 100% of the balls at the moment. And gets a block for good measure. Where's this one going? Fedorovtseva gets the set at last and rips it into the angle. That's incredible. That's inside the 3-metre line. Not been as fluid in set 2, Fedorovtseva, but she's done her job when asked. That is some finish. Well, I've got Vargas on 15 points at the moment and 3 aces. Huge hit from Fedorovtseva produces another free ball. Good pass, good finish. New player on court, Ana Cristina of Brazil, steps in and smacks it. 4th ball she's hit in this match, and every single one of them has been belted. Ana Cristina in for Melia in that front line. Fedorovtseva to go for it again. 22-17. Milano can't get near Fenerbahce. Oh, it is a ripper! What an ace! It's a stunning hit. Ace number 2 for Fedorovtseva. That looked unpassable. 23-17. Milano are not in the game yet, and they've not been allowed into the game. And a little off-pacer was a good idea, but just not executed with enough precision from the Russian, but she's given her team the lead again. It's a 5-pointer to bring home. In comes Laura Heyrman, the Belgian middle blocker, former Fenerbahçe player. Number 5 on court for Milano as Egonu nails an ace down the line on Ana Cristina. More twists and turns. And a roller coaster this game. Good pass from Gizem. A huge hit. Vargas gets it into defence. Ana Cristina goes again. Blocked again. Laura Heyrman comes on with great effect. The Belgian turns around and celebrates that one. Good and proper. Belgium block Brazil. 3-point cushion again. With Egonu serving. This is not going to be easy. Tight. Good tip. Milano have the ball under control. Castillo bumps it. Wow. There's no way Egonu should have killed that. Fenerbahce have let her off the hook there. Late move out to the line and not far enough. Egonu's made another tremendous hit out of nothing. And the 3-point lead is reduced to 2. Lavarini's second timeout. First bit of pressure now for Fenerbahce.
Keep your shots high against Heyrman, against Toro. We have this side good. Otherwise, if we have the situation, we can also play middle with a good pass. Okay. Hey, it's the moment. Confident. It's the moment.
So Lavarini's made some changes here. Brought Ana Cristina in for Melia. And sometimes it's just those small little changes that will affect a team's rhythm. Milano up the ante from the service line, another belter, and that one will be going Milano's way. And this match has changed very dramatically in a short space of time. Fenerbahce will be kicking themselves. They were 23-17 up. They should be back in the clubhouse, 2-0 up and looking forward to set 3. Instead, they've got a fight on their hands. Milano bring it back to just 1. Good pass. Durcia tries to find the middle. Asli can't put it away. Vargas forced to tip and uses it well. Milano players defending very deep because she's hitting the ball so hard, and that's created her some space short. I reckon that's her 16th point of the game. Already gone past a 14-point tally from last week, and Asli, who got a bit of a smack in the mouth while she was in the middle of the blocking schedule there, is taken out, and in comes one of the most popular players in Turkey, Meryem Boz, the 36-year-old star of the international lineup for so many years. Egonu keeps the set alive. Fabulous, fabulous delivery from the playmaker there on the Milano side of the net. Boz is off the court. Good set from Oro, good finish from Egonu. This must give Milano some encouragement heading into the third. Just the one set point for Fenerbahce, but at least it's a set point with them receiving. Kazol hits a good one, gives them passes well. Vargas is blocked. Oh, would you believe it? Laura Heyrman, second block of the match, shuts down Vargas, and we go level. 24 all into overtime in set two. This is a lifeline for Milano. It's just out from Kazop. Oh, that was close. What a leave. Melia back in for Anna Cristina, incidentally, part of this blocking unit, and now Melissa Vargas with carte blanche to hit this as hard as she wants. Good swing. Kazol under pressure. Oro gets her hands on it, and Egonu's turning it on now. Been a slow game for Paola Egonu, but these last few minutes have been special. Heyrman back to the line. 25 all. Slight advantage for Fenerbahce in that they can side out to have the set point each time. Out of system pass, Melia saves it. Bumped over, should be Milano's lead. And Silla has put it long. They're going to have a look at it on the video for the challenge. Miriam Silla thinks this has caught the block. First challenge. And you saw Melia there go to Bojana Dircha and say, "Did you touch it?" Dircha said, "Yes, I did." Silla gets her point. It is a fingernail that gives Milano a lead for the first time since they were 2-0 up at the opening part of set one. Heyrman puts it out. Oh, dear me. Pressure's getting to everyone. Ada Diamond Korkmaz, incidentally, in the regular coloured shirt, coming in for passing duties there, the backup libero. Returns to the bench. Melia ready to serve. 26 all. It's Milano now that have the advantage of siding out for the lead. The Fenerbahce fans struggling to watch. Oh, that is huge. What a dig from Gizem. Silla, this time, beats the libero. And Silla looking pretty chilled now. She gets herself a kill. I still can't quite believe that huge advantage has been thrown away here by Fenerbahce. Milano have battled really well. And nearly a mix-up. Egonu didn't realise she was front court. She's there now. And thank goodness she arrived, because she's just blocked Fedorovtseva. And Milano somehow have won this set. Foley and Egonu shut down Fedorovtseva, and complete silence greets Milano winning set two. One quick video challenge for the net touch, and the answer is in the negative. Milano are in the match. Milano are one set away from a place in the super finals. And the game has changed dramatically over just a 5-minute period of play. Fenerbahce had complete control of this game. It's all gone now. It's going to require a huge effort from Fenerbahce to recover from this situation. Milano will come in to set 3 confident. (25-15), and from 17-23 down, Milano wins set 2, 28-26. Vargas lead scorer in the match, going well. Make it 16 points for Vargas. Home side then in their traditional yellow and blue stripe kit. Fenerbahçe up at Istanbul. Have to restart this match. They should be 2-0 up. But with some of their own errors and with some serious graft and tenacity from Milano, the Italian club managed to scrape that last set. And now Milano are a set away from a place in the super-finals. Remember, if they win 2 sets tonight, regardless of the result, they are through. Pressure's back on Fenerbahçe, and the pressure tells instantly. Fenerbahçe's best player tonight, Vargas, hits it wide. Otto to serve. Egonu in front court. So Milano have a nice run of rotations here, and they were mighty close to getting a touch on that play. That's a 3rd option kill for Fenerbahçe. Fedorovtseva will serve. It was never going to be anything but dramatic tonight, but it really did look like we were on our way to a golden set with Fenerbahçe in control. They can still get to a golden set, but they have to win the next 2, full stop, and that's not going to help Milano. Eight hitting errors for Paola Egonu, to go with her 9 kills and 1 ace. Hard hit from Foley, well blocked by Asli, and a mix-up there. Durcha not getting the ball out to Fedorovtseva, but it matters not. Fenerbahçe get another swing. Brilliantly done. Vargas back on the scoring trail. That was a clever hit. She didn't put the same amount of power through that ball, just cut it in front of Oro's defence. Well, the fans certainly believe that Fenerbahçe can do it from here. How cruel it would be to flatter, to deceive. Well, Marco Gaspari is yelling out his instructions to Miriam Silla, and she can't hear him with the crowd noise. Fedorovtseva blocked. A little paintbrush attack from Asli. Swung very hard on that, but only got a tiny little piece of the ball. Sometimes, when you brush underneath the ball like that unintentionally, it works very well indeed. Second point for Asli in the game. Kazot defended down the line by Durcha. Fedorovtseva smacks it right into Foley and Egonu. They've started to form a nice blocking partnership now. They were impressive last week. Oh, it's another screamer. It was Foley's shutdown on Vargas that started the tide turning, and then a great block on Fedorovtseva to win the set. And he follows it with a deep serve. Vargas out of system, gets a free net to hit, and smacks it off the defence of Foley. Getting great goalkeeping, but just didn't keep control of the ball. Chance for Fedorovtseva to make up for the earlier missed hits in this set. She's been blocked quite a few times in a row now, the Russian. finds it right on the baseline. Third ace of the night from Arina Fedorovtseva. Still convinced that one was going long. Slightly more cultured ace to the thunderbolt that she hit in set 2. Another smooth swing, Silla overpass and out. 4 aces and counting for Fedorovtseva, and worrying times here for Milano. Laura Heyrman, incidentally, has started ahead of Dana Recchi, so the Belgian in for the American on the Milano side of the net. In the middle. I'm amazed Gaspari has not called a timeout here. Silla passing in extremis again. Oro can't get to the ball. Anything out of system, Alessia Oro has struggled to get there. Block has to do its job. Heyrman chases across again, gets hands on Vargas. Castillo defends. Egonu got it. Boy, did Milano need that point. Into double figures for Paola Egonu, but can't provide the ace that Milano so desperately need. And I know Gaspari wants his team to push hard from the service line, but pushing hard with errors gets you nowhere. 3-point cushion established early for Fenerbahce. They have to win the next 2 sets, otherwise this match is over. What a pressure cooker situation for them. They're trying to stay chilled out there. There's a lot of experienced heads on shoulders in that Milano team. You can see the players are just trying to work to stay relaxed. Easier said than done. Better serve from Cazot. Ace serve. Second of the night for the French international. And Fedorovtseva's starting to feel the pressure now. She's not absorbing the pressure that Milano are putting on her as well as she was earlier in the match. Cazot can't follow it. Nice ace though, that just reduces the advantage by 1. Plenty of points to play with still here, Milano. They dearly love to win this set and put the drama to bed. Vargas gets all out of shape on that. Hasn't moved beyond her 17 points. Heyrman, former Vakif Bank player, Istanbul rivals to Fenerbahce, so getting a bit of treatment there. Good touch. Nice defence from Milano. Oh dear, ballooned out of play. Huge miss hit from Miriam Silla. Just trying too hard, I think. Bit like me, really. Laura Heyrman played for Azazabashu, not Vakif Bank. My apologies. But that's not one to put on the show reel from Miriam Silla. The team needed her there, and she's missed the chance. Melia puts it into play. That's tight for Oro. She's not moving particularly well, Alessia Oro. That's her first option kill of the night. She really isn't happy landing on that injured right leg. You can see the K-tape on both the knee and the groin. Looks like a hip flexor problem. Wow, that is super powerful. And Melissa Vargas resumes hostilities. So struggle a bit on the pass, but what a beautiful set from Oro. One hand reverse to give Egonu a free net. And after some early errors, in this match. Egonu's hitting efficiency has certainly tied it up just when Milano need her. Oh, and Silla with the ace. Off Gizem as well. What a serve. Makes up for the earlier hitting error. The silence will tell you all you need to know. We're level, 11 all. Now the noise picks up for Miriam Silla's next serve. Short on Gizem, easy pass. It's a good read from the blockers, but Asli attacks with aggression. 3rd point for her. It's nice work from the Turkish middle. Jucha to serve. Vargas into the front line. Better pass from Silla. Oh, explosive hit from Foley. And good reaction. Counter block on Asli. And then on Vargas. Oh, that's huge from Rafa. And Rafaela Foley is starting to play now. Kazok got MVP last week. A lot of people felt that maybe this woman should have got that award for her 8 blocks in the match. Nope, can't follow it with a forceful serve. So Milano's serving woes continue. They still can't find a really consistent run of points at the line. Fedorovtseva's serve has been incredible though. 4 aces in the match so far for the Russian. Pretty close to the baseline with her foot there. Good swing from Egonu, nice high contact. Nice feed from Castillo into Oro. And Egonu is starting to play. Got her on 13 points, but she's made a lot of hitting errors. Starting to be a defensive, or starting to be a demolition force now. And it's Fedorovtseva that is struggling on the pass. Stefano Lavrini might have to have a look at this. Overpass is demolished, incidentally, by Heyrman. She gets her first offensive point. Lavrini has to go to the timeout, and there's no other option.
This is the moment of the proof that we have to give about being mature and ready to play. We are closing shots. We are not keeping our ball to attack. It's becoming hurry. It's normal that they can push and they are competitive. We keep pushing the set at the beginning. We are not in a hurry when we have to control the ball.
So Lavarini making his points. It's his turn now to try and calm his team down mentally. This is anguish for them. A little bit of turmoil for Fenerbahce. They're doing a good job there. This is when the senior players need to step up. Egonu to serve. Milano have the lead. But only for a short moment. That's one of Melia's best hits of the match. Across both ties, that was huge from Melia Dicken. Only a 3rd point of the game. Asli checking where the coach wants her to serve. 14 all. Silla is starting to pass well. That was a forced middle, and it was easily read by Fedorovtseva. Fedorovtseva gets the block on Heyrman. Three blocks and counting for Fedorovtseva. Shanked it, Castillo, good chase, but it's a freebie. Should be a 2-point cushion. It is. And suddenly the dream is alive again for Fenerbahce. It's Vargas once more, heading towards 20 points. Castillo, well passed. Egonu out of the back line. That is a huge hit. She has absolutely hammered that ball. Starting to turn it on now. Paola Egonu. And that head-to-head that was so talked about prior to this semi-final with Melissa Vargas remains one of the key areas of the contest. Look at that from the Milano players on the sideline. Wow. Retki, Pusic, Candy were completely absorbed ahead of that Kazot serve. Now, chance for Fenerbahce to make a move with Vargas. Great pass from Castillo. The second ball read. Oro very slowly up from the floor. And she's barely able to get a jump at the moment, Oro. Brilliantly done by Gizem. Vargas tips, Oro defends well. Castillo goes high but too wide. Oh no! And Egonu's missed it. Egonu wanted something inside to run at, and that's just drifted too far. She's clipped it out of play. Fenerbahce go 3 points up. And Marco Gaspari calls timeout. His team are in a bit of trouble again. And remember, the last set was far worse in terms of the situation for Milano, and they won it. So 3 points down shouldn't faze them at the moment. Good block from Fedorovtseva to cause the problem, and that was just outside the antenna in terms of its shot, its set location. It was too wide. Ghana needed something to attack inside there and just didn't get it from Castillo. As we often say with this sport, it is a game of fractions. Foley back in. She's been a live wire in the last couple of sets. And a lot of pressure on this young player. Still in her early 20s, Aljok Malual. Flips it off the net. Gizem makes the play. It was a nervous serve. That's a good block though from Foley and Silla. They do it again, and Foley roofs it straight down. And she's putting on another masterclass. 5 blocks for Rafa Foley. And quite a lot of them have come on the superstar Vargas, and I think Silla helped out a bit there, but it was the majority of the shutdown was from Foley, and Vargas has been removed from the court. Wow, that's a massive call, and in comes former Milano player Magdalena Stusiak, and I don't think the fans like that. Oh dear. Well, I said it was pressure at the service line, and Malual not quite able to respond. Stusiak, same height as Retki at 2 meters and 3, 6 feet 8. Out on the floor against her former club. Melia serves. Silla with a good enough pass, and that's another crunching hit. Well, Egonu is not backing off from her shots, despite some errors here and there. She's still putting it into court with power. Oro to serve. Egonu into the front line. It'll be her against Fedorovtseva. Egonu wins that battle. Foley resets. Little late to the block, but Egonu gets a good touch. Oro wide to Silla and not put away. Fenerbahce in the rally still. First hit for Stusiak, and that's so hard. From the bench. Been off court for the best part of 3 sets to come on and try and swing there. That's a lovely touch on the ball from Miriam Silla, and the blocking from Milano improving greatly. And remember, Milano win this set, they are through. Fenerbahce can't afford to lose another one. Shank pass from Fedorovtseva, free ball. Oro goes wide to Silla, Silla blocked. Got to go to Egonu, and she does, and Egonu puts it straight through the block to the floor. Just had to set Paola Egonu on that one. 16 points, I think, for Egonu now. Vargas removed from the floor, and Lavarini showing no signs of bringing her back in for Stusiak. He's going to hear about that from the fans. And we're not happy to see Vargas removed.
And to find the block out when the block arrives, girls. In the last step, we break more than this.
Brilliant, brilliant rallies. What a hit. What a hit that was from Egonu. And it's given Milano the lead. And now, Milano fans will be on the countdown. 5 points stand between them and a place in the Super Finals for the first time in the club's history, playing in the CEV Champions League volley. Oro has been brave tonight. She's clearly suffering. Hits Fedorovtseva. It's good work, and back in comes Vargas. Stusiak experiment is short-lived. Vargas returns to the floor to save her team. Well, I think he's her 20th point of the game. What a hit. What, no chance for Gazot. Gives it the Penguin. Fetisova to serve. She served well tonight. Oh, and an ace from Fetisova. Well, I told you we had drama in store tonight, and the twists and turns continue. Straight down the seam between Gazot and Castillo. 21-20. Fenerbahce hanging on to their time in the Champions League by the scrap of their teeth. This is incredible. The skin of their teeth, the end of their fingernails, whatever you want to call it. This is edge of the seat time. As Sir Alex Ferguson, the great Manchester United football manager, used to say, squeaky bum time. Is them passing well still. Fedorovtseva lashes it into the block, and it's just wide. Foley got a good piece of that. Alongside Egonu. 22-21. Milano 4 points away from the Super Finals. Fenerbahce 3 points away from a go at taking this to a golden set. Ace serve. And once again, the Milano serve reception has fallen under pressure. Durcek contributes another point. Still a timeout up his sleeve, Marco Gaspari, so he calls a stop to the action. It's another stunning night of Champions League volleyball here in Istanbul. Let's face it, over the last decade or so, there have been plenty of those. Silla shanks the pass. Egonu can't recover. Fenerbahce are just 2 points away now from taking this match into a fourth set. A fourth set which, if they win, means we have to go to the golden set. Good pass. Good hit. Oro, only one thing in mind there. That was to set Egonu and give her a good enough ball to put away. Egonu does her job. Interesting. Foley out. That was based on the last serve error. Sonia Candy is used plenty of times as a serving specialist, but you can see the look on her face, the crowd there, putting the pressure on. And enough pressure for Candy to miss. That was a big ask from Marco Gaspari for Sonia Candy. She's a great player, but that was a big ask. Now, we're back to clinical finishes. Anna Cristina into block. Melia returns to the bench, but it's this woman, the ace machine, Arina Fedorovtseva, looking for her 5th ace of the night to finish the set. Overpass is good enough. Anna Cristina puts it away. And we are continuing on into a 4th set. Fenerbahce are still alive in this championship. Well, nothing has changed really. Milano win the next set. And they will be through, even though we've still got another set to play. Fenerbahce win the next set, and we're in exactly the same situation in terms of what comes next, because it'll be a 15-point set next up. Whoever wins this one. What a game of volleyball again. Good start from Fenerbahce, then they've let Milano back into it, but showed considerable character and resolve to dig deep and get themselves out of trouble there in set 3, and it means that Fenerbahçe Opet Istanbul, for the moment, are still in this year's Champions League volley. But Milano, having got off to a terrible start, have also responded. We are still in that situation where anything can happen. What a marvellous evening. If you're a Milano or Fenerbahce fan, it's going to be a tough watch. Neutrals though, we're loving this. And of course, with the whistle comes the booze. Straight into the net. And if that is a portent of things to come, it is looking very good again for the home side. Alessia Oro has been brave tonight because she is clearly suffering with the injury she picked up against Firenze. She's still out on the floor, she's still playing. Turkova. Good serve, but Foley overcooks it. Well, she had a marvellous blocking run to get her team back into this game. That won't help the cause though. 2-0 Fenerbahce. Fedorovtseva to serve. Milano need to stabilise things early. Kazot away from the net. And straight into the belly of the net from Egonu. That was a really tough ball to hit. She's apologised to the rest of the team, but that was a horrible ball to try and play. Fedorovtseva's service ace just seemed to switch Fenerbahce on again in set 3. In the latter stages. That's a huge leap from Miriam Silla. Not her best pass again, but put her back into that jump. Milano have a point on the board. And a point to prove as well. In control after game 1, but it's been a tough old battle tonight. Huge hit. What a defence from Oro. Oh, that's incredible from Alessia Oro. It was a good kill from Paola Egonu, but that was a full tilt hit. And this time the out-of-system ball is rolled away down the line. And counting, I think, for Egonu. Good defence again. but the bounce out of the net doesn't work for Milano. And look at the players, the engagement of the players just tells you everything that you need to know about what these pros are going through right now. They are so totally invested in this fixture. 4-2 Fenerbahce. Durchum set well tonight. Good D. Oh, it's brilliant from Gizem. From the floor, Durchum puts it over. Gets a defensive dig on it. Gizem's going to go high and wide to Vargas. And Vargas into the corner. That was all set up by Gizem. Superwoman dive to make the initial touch. And then a clean bump set to give Vargas the ball she needed to hit. She's put another one into the corner. .21 on the evening so far for Vargas. Most of that has been in offence and quite a lot out of system. Back to her wonderful best. As is Egonu after a very shaky start to this match. Egonu is unloading on some of these spikes. And they can't, you know, they can't touch her. The blockers cannot get near her if she's top of her spike reach. Rafa, as she's known within the Milano team, Raffaella Foley with the serve. Out of system again, Vargas defended by Foley, tight. Oh, that's a good play from Egonu. That is a really smart play. Didn't get involved in a pushing match there. I think she just put her hand on top of the ball. I think she just clamped it. She did. Just put her hand right on top of the ball, as if to say, that ain't going nowhere. Foley in, Gizem, great pass. Played really well tonight, the Fenerbahce libero. Oh, that's a horrible, horrible ball out to Helena Cazot, and she's punched it through the block, and on the way through, Raffaella Foley thinks this has got a touch. Anyone else is interested in going with it though. Marco Gaspari turns down the opportunity to challenge. Wants to keep his powder dry. Fedorovtseva bangs another big serve, but long. She's gone off the boil a bit in this game. She's been given a lot of service pressure by Milano. Hasn't quite found the same scoring rhythm through sets 3 and 4. The crowd's reaction to the Egonu serve error is almost as loud as when Fenerbahce score a point of their own. Castillo takes the ball off Silla. Cazot, great shot for her. She hasn't had an offensive kill for quite some time, Helena Cazot. Needed that, as did Milano. Follow it with a jump serve. It's usually pretty good to go for the jump serve after you've hit a ball like that, but she's overcooked it again. It's Nika Dalderop, the player that Helena Cazot is playing in place of at the moment. Just the one run as a substitute for Dalderop in the first set. That didn't last though. Good hit. Silla defends well and really does jump. She's making absolutely sure of those. She's trying to take that ball as high as she physically can and going right off the top of the blocker's hands. And the celebrations from the Milano bench are almost the only noise in the arena when Milano score. Good block from Foley. Produces a free ball. Egonu took it. Oh, was that going in? It matters not. Silla's done it again. Another very high-reaching swing from her. That's 2 kills in a row. Well, Dutcher answers on a postcard. We see that a lot now at international level, players taking their hands away in the block. They don't want to be a target, but that was a bit obvious and a bit easy for Silla. Good set. Nice. Ducha makes up for it with a lovely set to Vargas. Scored the same amount of points now as Paola Egonu scored last week, 22. Sometimes we're a point out here or there if a statistician has given a block to one of the players. Good defence from Vargas. Well, she won't get any stats on the sheet for that, but that's a brilliant touch in defence. And it allows Fedorovtseva to put the ball away again. Against that slightly lower block of Oro. Oro not jumping as high as she normally does at the net. And you can see she's hurting. She's almost limping to the ball on occasions, and that's another sweet hit. Paola Egonu has moved herself into the 20s. And she's moved herself to front court. This is a really important phase of play now for Milano, these next 3 rotations. Oh, they wanted a block off that. Foley can't get it into the court. Fedorovtseva picks herself up a kill. Been impressed with her tonight. 3 blocks, 1 ace and a couple of kills from the Russian. Here's the other Russian, Fedorovtseva, at the net at the moment, the number 10. High ball for Silla. Silla tries to thread it down the line and misses the shot. It's worrying times again for Milano. And just to reiterate, if Fenerbahce win this set, we go to the golden set to decide this match. We will be level on points. 3 points for that 3-0 or 3-1 win. And that counters the 3-point maximum that Milano got last week. They're not done yet though, this Milano team. Good pass from Melia. And Fedorovtseva high and deep on that angle. Might just have been going wide, but Miriam Silla opted to play it. Wow, that was, well, I have to say it on the replay. Hindsight's a wonderful thing, isn't it? So are replays. That was going out. Egonu tips. Good tip as well. And the Milano players have done very well to get the ball to her. Otto in particular having to contort herself down to the floor to make the set. It's exactly the right decision from Egonu. Milano not letting the leads get any bigger at the moment. Good set to Fedorovtseva. She goes fingertips. Silla defends easily. Kazok had to go to her. Just think Oro feeling maybe she was overusing Egonu. Also knew that Vargas, I think, had stayed left side, so wanted to make sure of it. Good swing from Kazok, another kill for her. Foley to serve again, lead reduced to 1, tickles it over. Good pass, Melia. Good block from Heyrman. Off pace, Oro reads it. Tight. Well, it wasn't Foley's best set for Kazok. She gets it through, and Vargas, wrong side for her, is roofed out of sight by Egonu. Level on points now with Vargas. There or thereabouts anyway. As she shuts the lights out for 13 all. And Fenerbahce have to start all over again. Out of system. Vargas. Tricky hit. Makes it well. Silla defends. Egonu. Has to go off pace. Takes Dircher out of the play. Too tight. Vargas has to tip. Oro is all over the court at the moment, reading everything. Oh, it's brilliant from Gizem. Free ball now. Milano have to score here. And score they do via Paola Egonu. Top scorer now in the match. Starting to turn it on big time. Now we can talk about the other side of the coin. If Milano win this set, we've still got a set to play to decide the match, but Milano have won the tie.
Transition curve that we can put better balls to use the block. Ari, you have bigger blocker in defense, you can reach over the block. And if you cut on this side, make sure that you are sharp enough to come on the... But now we are playing from four. We run again. Okay, over Cazon, for sharp enough that we work on a goal over here. Now Oro is coming.
4-point run is always going to hurt. Milano have managed to put that together, courtesy of Cazot and Egonu. Some decent serving. Well, we know where Dircher would like to go with this set. Gizem, in your picture, incidentally, has had a brilliant match again. She's been the pick of the Libros in this fixture. We know she'd like to go to Vargas, but doesn't need to. And you notice Vargas there making the run to get across to the right side. Foley's serving run comes to an end, but Milano have recovered some composure here. 14-all. The downside is they've got to face Fedorovtseva's serve. Asli waits at the net. Retki watches on. And that is a foot fault. She's been getting close to the baseline all night. She's just served an ace, but been called for a foot fault, and that is very frustrating. Now Egonu can do some damage. No. Serving has deserted her at the moment. Front court, out of system. From the back line, she's been good. But her serving has not helped Milano tonight. Late into the night here in Istanbul. We started the match at 8 p.m. Oro, second touch, sneaks one in. It's been a while. It's only her second kill of the game. A setter that's not shy of using that second ball. Now, Cazot's jump serve has gone cold as well. She's had 2 aces on the evening, but she hasn't got one in for a few rotations. Can she find the court? Now determined to try and get into her head. It's a good hit, good pass. Oh, genius block from Heyrman. And she just had to hold her position there, Laura Heyrman. This would have been really easy to get out of shape. Watch her hold. Just delays and then reaches right into the angle. Huge from Heyrman. Third block of the night. Vargas is stopped. Milano have a 2-point cushion. And Cazot puts another heavy serve in. Gives them good pass. Fedorovtseva, what a pipe. She's barely been used on that tonight. Had a few early attacks out of the pipe, but has barely been used since then. That's a very good kill. And Vargas to make up for the earlier transgression. Smooth hit, smooth ace. Now they're going to have a look at this on the challenge. Gizem is making the point to our first referee, Benoni Visan, that the ball was touched regardless of whether it was in or out. And Melia's followed in with the argument, the on-court captain. It's in anyway. Doesn't matter, it's in. Ace, Vargas. Oh, this game is delivering big time. We are still none the wiser. Which way is this going? It's going surely to a golden set if Fenerbahce and Vargas keep playing like this. Double ace. Marco Gaspari's got to go back to work again with his Milano team. Silla's beaten.
Ok, ragazze, mi raccomando, 2 battute della Madonna. Brava, punto. Ok, adesso proverà a tirare. Non c'è nessun problema, se la cannella teniamola in mezzo al campo e andiamo in 40 a alzare, basta che c'è la chiamata. Vicina rete e loro sono in P4.
It's incredible, isn't it? Laura Heyrman, around 3 minutes ago, was going absolutely berserk after shutting Vargas down. Quickly, things change. 1 kill from Vargas, 2 aces, and the game's gone once again in Fenerbahce's favour. 18-17, Gaspari will be praying his timeout has affected her rhythm. It hasn't. Good serve, but a good pass from Castillo, and that is a belting hit. That's an incredible swing again from Paola Egonu. I think that's 24 for the night, and after a very slow start with a lot of errors, Egonu is now the mainstay for Milano. Again, Malual under pressure with this serve. She's put it in court. It's a good one. It's an ace. Would you believe it? Last time she was brought on from the bench, looked very nervous and made the error at a critical time as well. This time around, gets the ball to move off the arms of Melia, who's passed really well tonight until that moment. Massive, massive chances now for Milano. And this time it's overcooked. 19 all. Well, they've been 4 points away from a place in the Super Finals, Milano. They're currently 6 points away. Fenerbahce 6 points away from forcing a golden set. Melia, good serve, great pass from Silla. Really risky set from Oro. Heart in the mouth time, but what a delivery to Egonu. And Egonu now is the secret, is the key for Milano. She comes to the front court. Alessia Oro to the baseline. It's 3 good rotations for Milano. Overpass. Must be a point. It is a point. Egonu goes again off the fingertips of Arina Fedorovtseva. And the first time tonight, I'm going to mention MVP, because I think Egonu's on her way if Milano win this match. It remains an if. Lavarini timeout.
We have big block all the situations now. If we come out from here, it becomes easier, but we need high shots, deep shots, and courage right now.
Well, that's the technical element, high shot, deep shot, but the philosophical element is courage. Good set, Oro. And the blocker, Fedorovtseva, was not expecting that ball to go back to Egonu yet again. Thought it was going Silla, and guessed wrong. 4 points away once again from the super final, this Milano team. Fedorovtseva waits to pass from Oro. Oro puts it in. Clash of bodies there at the net for Fenerbahce, but it's okay. It's okay, and Fedorovtseva gets it off the hands of Egonu and out. But Milano have 2 good rotations still here to use. Kill here takes them another point closer to the victory. Out of system, Oro sprints, forces the play, has to recover to get up in transition, and that's a brilliant shot from Egonu. What a time just to switch your brain on and take the power off. And this is the closest that Milano have been to the super finals now. 3 points required to knock out Fenerbahce. And don't the fans know it? Silla to serve. In it goes. Another great pass from Gizem. The block is excellent. Vargas out of the back line, out of system, and out of luck. Oro gets the touch. Egonu can't beat Gizem, so Fenerbahce go again. And Oro defends again. Castillo, high ball. Egonu blocked. Brilliant from Fedorovtseva. Oh, wow. It is a match that just keeps delivering. And Fenerbahce are refusing to go down without a fight here. And Milano did so well in transition. And it's working out well for Fenerbahce because Vargas hits the front line. Dercha goes to the back court. And Milano 22-21 the lead. Tricky pass. Oh, everything going to Egonu at the moment, and the blocker's reading it beautifully. It's another stunning shutdown from Fedorovtseva. She worked so hard for this block. Got round the ball, got outside it, and directed the hands back into court. That's a massive stop. 22 all. Milano need the side out. They're not going to get it. Gizem to Vargas. And good defence from Silla. Oh, it's too tight. It's too tight. And Egonu can't get it over the net. Fenerbahce take the lead again. Marco Gaspari has seen it all tonight, and he's got to watch it all again as his team once again go behind. Timeout called by Milano. Setter Alessia Oro is trying to force the play. She's trying to get everything to the key hitter, but that one not a set that was hittable for Egonu. And in the end, it wasn't even tippable. They've battled so hard in these last few points of Milano, but Fenerbahce, by the same standards, have just refused to lay down. Fenerbahce 2 points away from a golden set. Oh, it's off the hands and over the head of Vargas. An invaluable hit. Egonu finally gets another kill. Closing in on 30 points now, Paola Egonu. As Raffaella Folli goes back to the service line. Milano 2 points away from victory. Fenerbahce 2 away from the golden set. Here's a massive chance. What a dig from Melia. Fedorovtseva out, but has it gone via the block? It has. Block out kill, Fedorovtseva. She's found a rich vein of form at the back end of this fourth set. Just clipped the right hand of Laura Heyrman. Match point, golden set point for Fenerbahce. This is to drag the game into a 15-point decider, but Milano can side out to go level. Great serve, ace serve, and Fedorovtseva is the hero. Oh, stunning play from her. And stunning play from Fenerbahce. It's not over. but they're still in the game. The challenge reveals the ace. And now we go to the tiebreaker set. It's golden set volleyball time here in the semi-finals, courtesy of Arina Fedorovtseva. Aces and blocks and kills. And she drags Fenerbahce through set 4. They win the match on the night by 3-1. That levels the score with Milano's 3-0 win at home last week. And now it's the golden set to 15 points to decide our winner. What drama. 3-1 Fenerbahce, well played to the home side. But now we do it all again. Eda in for the toss, her only duties tonight because she's injured. Alessia Oro is injured too, the Milano captain, but she's had to play, she's on the floor still. But that's your scoreline from tonight's fixture, and now we go to what is effectively a completely separate match. This is game 3, but it's a one-set shootout. Had to win this game 3-0 or 3-1 to force the issue. They've done it, and it means they've got a shot at making the super finals. We are good to go then with the deciding action from this magnificent Champions League semi-final. Melia had the wrong ball, got to take the ball off the ref for the restart. Away we go. It's been drama all the way in this semi-final. Fenerbahce up at Istanbul have won on the night, and it means we are into a golden set to 15 points, and the first point is on the board from Allianz Vero Volley Milano. The visitors score through their talisman, Paola Egonu. Everything on the line now. A place in the super finals up for grabs. It is winner takes all. Shank pass, Durcha chases, Fedorovtseva gets a good swing on it, but Silla defends, and Kazot, bangs it off the arms of Gizem. Milano out of the blocks quickly. There's a steely look in the eye of the Italian team right now. They've looked a little worried and a little nervous during parts of the game tonight, but coming into the golden set, they look absolutely on cue. Again, hitting Melia hard. Vargas out of the back line, gets it off the block and away. That was a golden chance. The blockers read where it was going. All three were on Vargas, but too much power from Fenerbahce's leading scorer. Look at that, the tension in the substitutes area. Unbearable. Just got to watch, can't influence. Off the block, into the antenna. Helena Kazak gets the kill. 3-1. Well, the team that gets off to the best start in the 15-point tiebreakers isn't always the team that wins. Milano have to keep going from here. Fenerbahce need the side out just to quell the early pressure. Pusic shouting her approval from the bench. It's a great serve. Out of system again, Vargas. Blocked by Silla. Silence here in Istanbul. Fabulous play by Miriam Silla, and it's Stefano Lavarini that has to go to the timeout. All that energy, all that joy at winning tonight's game to force the golden set has evaporated instantly. Fenerbahce need to respond. Great reach from Silla. Shut down on Vargas for a very good lead. If you'd offered Milano 4-1 right now, they'd have taken it every single time. Now then, big decision here for the setter, Durce, for Fenerbahce. Where does she go? Which player does she entrust? Well, has to do it herself on the overpass. And Sulla hits Gizem. Brilliant defence from the libero. Sulla again blocked. Well, the reads from the blockers tonight have been astonishing, but the setters as well have had to go to their favoured players. So sometimes the read has been easier, and Asli makes the right decision and scores well. Durce backline, Vargas into the front court, so 4-2 Milano. Shank pass Silla. Fenerbahce on the comeback. Good defence, brilliant from Kazok. Castillo ships it over. Fenerbahce go again. Vargas, just the one blocker to beat, and beats her easily. This was never going to be straightforward, was it? This was always going to be a contest. Vargas makes sure that there's only a single point in it. Durce to serve. Told to serve at position 1, she does. Kazok makes the play, and Egonu with enough on that to get it off the block and away. And Fedorovtseva, who made some astonishing blocks on her in set 4, couldn't get hold of her this time, and neither could Asli. Wow, this is pressure. This is proper pressure, both sides of the net. Foley lobs it into play. Easy pass for Melia. Nice line shot from Fedorovtseva. Great defence from Oro. Fedorovtseva goes again. This time the block drops it in front of Rafa Foley, and she will leave the court now. Castillo, the libero, comes in. And Laura Heyrman remains on the front line in the middle, the replacement for American Dana Retke. Chance here for Fenerbahce to just turn the scoreboard in their favour. Fedorovtseva's serving tonight has been astonishing. Not this time, though. Not this time. And it's silence that greets that from the Fenerbahce crowd. Now then, the one thing that hasn't worked for Egonu is serve tonight, and it still isn't working. That hand gesture from Dana Retke just means don't worry about it, get on with it. Next point. However you want to paraphrase it. Asli to serve next. And she serves an ace. What a time to find it. It's Miriam Silla once again that is pressured. Now Marco Gaspari will not want to use a timeout on this serve. He'll feel his team can pass Asli Kalac's jump float. Silla can't pass it. Oh, this is a mess for Milano. Should be the lead. Vargas. It is the lead. Fenerbahce onto the front foot. They recover from 4-1 down to go 7-6. And Gaspari may have to press the timeout buzzer. That's a super hit down the line. Silla and Heyrman were trying to cover the cross court. It just left a bit of a gap for Vargas to use and beat Castillo. And he's still not going to the timeout, so Milano have to side this one on their own. Kazol, slightly better pass. Tip defended well by Asli. Vargas again. Blocked, defended. Oh, no. Oh, that's so unlucky for Fenerbahce. Bounced straight back over the top of Durce, and Asli just could not access the ball. I think in the end, she accessed Durce's face. Landed right on top. Sevens. 15 points the target in this shootout to decide this semi-final. And Milano's serving has gone to pieces. So 8-point reached, and to ensure there's no advantage from one end to the other, round we go. What a game to be involved in. What tension, what drama, and what a stunning CEV Champions League volley night yet again. End of last week's fixtures, Conegliano winning against Fenerbahçe. Milano defeating Fenerbahce in 3. It was looking like a possible Italy v Italy Champions League final in Turkey in May. Now though, that's in doubt, courtesy of Fenerbahce's battling performance at home. Vargas, 8-7 up, good serve, well passed by Dalderop, who's been brought onto court to try and shore up serve reception in favour of Miriam Süle. Great pass from the Dutch wing spiker, and a great kill again from the French international Helena Cazot. Punched well above her weight tonight, Cazot. Heyrman, float serve, 8-all. Trouble here. Oh, it's a great hit from Melia, well defended by Egonu, and Cazot's done it again. And now Milano have the lead. Well, that point belongs to Paola Egonu. Stunning piece of defensive work from the opposite, and one more rotation, she'll be back to the front line, which helps Milano. Vargas has missed it and missed the block. Oh, what a change again. It's another dramatic twist in the plot. Out of the back line on the pipe, just had to adjust her run-up, and it cost her. 10-8, Milano back to a lead they can take to the bank here. They have been 3 up in the early phases, 2 up now, and Lavarini goes to the timeout.
Okay, good, can happen. And now we do the side out, and we are ready if the ball come back. Be strong in blocking. Remember, not too much close to the net. Don't lose your hands. Stay just strong and straight. If she goes out, it's their responsibility, not yours. Everybody does his part over here. Vamos now!
Lavarini just trying to remind his players to play where they need to play. Very difficult in these circumstances and very easy to get out of your headspace. Must not over try, must not over rev. Don't go chasing, just try and play your game. Trust yourselves. It's been good enough on the night to win 3-1. But Milano up in the golden set. Great pass. Vargas forced to tip, still alive. Egonu can't play it over. And a scrappy point for Vargas. Fenerbahce closed to 9-10. And there'll be a pause while the moisture is attended to. In the middle of all of that was a cracking pass by Melia off a tough serve. Two more rotations before Vargas gets back to the front line. Good tip. Oh, that's brilliant. Helena Cazot came in really, really strong. Very aggressive, as if she was going to hit that cross-court play. And then with the one block at a beat, tips it line instead for a clean kill. And now Egonu's into the front line. This looks good for Milano. Melia tested on the pass. Fedorovtseva out of system. Can't put it away. Massive chance. Very tight to the net, but Egonu manages to out-jump the blockers and put the ball down. And the player that shut her down in the last set, Fedorovtseva, can't get to her this time. Milano 3-point lead. Now 2 points away from the super final. Tough pass. Fedorovtseva just mullers it through the block. She's off on a victory lap. Tension building again Pressure on the Milano pass again. If Fenerbahce can hit the right serves. Now, Fedorovtseva has got an ace tonight, but she's also put some really tricky serves to pass in, and I don't believe this substitution. Much as I love Miriam Bosch, she has not been on court for a long time. And Fedorovtseva's jump float has definitely tested the Italians, but it's Bosch that's been asked to come on as a serving specialist. Can the 36-year-old do it? That is a tough one to take for the Fenerbahce fans. Fedorovtseva's not happy. Milano are nearly there. Cazot to serve. Whips it into play. What a pass from Melia for a... Oh, it's a great shot. It's a great shot. Fedorovtseva under all sorts of pressure there, and she's put two gigantic plays away. Block was pretty well set there. Notice that Nika Daldarop has stayed on court for Miriam Siller. Durce to serve. Vargas makes the front line. Good pass from Daldarop. And there's the kill from Egonu that takes Milano to just a point away from the superfinals for the first time in the club's history. Great pass from Nika Daldarop. Great kill from a player that, if Milano win, is surely going to be the MVP. And it's another coach that's making a big call on the serving substitution. In comes Malual for Raffaella Folli. Now, Malual does have an ace to her name, but she also has a couple of serve errors coming on from the bench. 3 match points then, Milano. Good serve. Fedorovtseva can't put it away. There's the defence. Egonu! And they keep it in play. Fenerbahce with Vargas. Can't put it down. Malual, great defence. Out. Touch off the block though. And Milano have done it. There's still a challenge to come, I think. But the celebrations cannot be curtailed because Milano have put it away in dramatic fashion. And there it is, the fingernail of Arina Fedorovtseva has denied Fenerbahce the point. What a game. Just drama all the way. Well, Miriam Siller, is that down with cramp? Somebody's down. That was just an astonishing finish to this game. Just trying to see through the crowd of players to see who it is. Well, Fenerbahce know that that is it for their Champions League campaign this season. It looked like Egonu's hit was out of play, but it went via the block. And so drama is piled on to drama. So much so that I've lost my voice on match point of all places. Well, celebrations for the Italian team. Just looking around the floor to see who the injured player is. It looks like it might be Paola Egonu. It might be a touch of cramp after that last play. I can't see how the MVP goes anywhere else other than Paola Egonu after that performance. Started slow, but when she started scoring, boy, did she score. And a tough night for this Fenerbahce team. The match ends in virtual silence as the team begin their lap to thank the fans for their support tonight. 3-1 Fenerbahce won the match on the evening, which forced the game into effectively extra time and the golden set. And this is how it finished. Huge hit off the top of the block to finish for Egonu. Great defence from Maluar. What a dig from her from the bench. And there's the winning point. Egonu screaming from the floor that it's touched the block, and she's never got back up from there. Well, let's hope it's nothing more than a touch of cramp after a very, very tough game where she was required to carry a huge amount of responsibility. Well, they're still with her, the medical staff. And still holding the leg up in that position that suggests a bit of a cramp issue. Oh, it is Miriam Silla. Just couldn't see through all the players. Alessia Oro playing with an injury all night. She's suffering. The emotion now can be let flow. And she's going to need some medical attention, and that's how tough these games can be. Alessia Oro is getting some ice. Miriam Silla getting some treatment for maybe in the end just getting a bit over-revved on the celebrations. A bizarre finish to a game that has delivered drama from start to finish. 15-25, Milano lost the first set. They should have lost the second, and Fenerbahce know it. 28-26. In the end, Milano won that. Then what a comeback from Fenerbahce. 25-22, 25-23. In an hour's worth of grueling volleyball to force the golden set. In we went to extra time. Effectively a brand new encounter. And it's Milano that just kept their noses in front for most of the way. Fenerbahce had chances, but Milano get it over the line. 15-11 to take victory in this semi-final on the golden set and take this match.